Hi friends, welcome to Active Authenticity, where I share the concepts and skills needed to discover who you are, then live in keeping with who you are, and then finally, in those moments that really matter, go beyond who you are to live an extraordinary life. So today I wanted to do a bit of reading from my upcoming book, also entitled Active Authenticity. I'll do a bit of reading with some commentary. So we start off with a fact, and it will plunge us right into chapter 7, where we begin to talk about boundaries in the relationship to being authentic. Fact: the external world will sometimes be supportive of who you are, and sometimes it just won't. Your truth will not always be welcome. Now, this is a hard fact. Right? Every one of us wants to be loved and belonged, and actually it's a driving force for many in the things they do every single day, especially for women. So coming to terms with this truth that your precious self, your authentic self, won't always be welcome is kind of startling in a way, and I believe liberating when we really internalize it and get comfortable with that fact. So I go on, take a deep breath and take it in. It's not personal. We all must accept and work with this reality. Accepting how things are clarifies the importance of knowing how to safely navigate the external world. As it's here, you'll express your authentic self. Navigating the external world safely and successfully is a fundamental survival skill. The first step in navigating the external world safely is having the basic ability to navigate. Can you go left when you want to go left, and right when that seems best? I call this navigational command. Navigational command is about being able to say yes to what you want and no to what you don't, both to yourself and to others. It's setting the boundaries of the experience you want and then sticking to them. Competent navigational command makes an authentic life possible. Okay, so let's just pull out and make a commentary on this for a moment. If you can't follow through on your yeses and your nos, what you want and what you don't want in your life, it becomes almost impossible to realize authenticity, because even though you may now know what that is for you, you can't make it happen. You can't realize it because you can't follow through on the dictates of what an authentic life is telling you and suggesting what direction to go. Okay, back to the text. So our next work will be to strengthen your yes and no skills, your boundary-making capabilities, while continuing to uncover the richest existence that can be yours. An existence worthy of the protection your newfound boundary-making abilities will afford you. I want to take a minute here to introduce a story. This happened in my therapeutic practice, but significant details have been changed to obviously protect confidentiality. The story behind a yes to you. Okay, let's go back into the text. But before we begin, I want to start with a story. I want to share a revelation I had one day while working with a client during therapy. It completely changed the way I think about boundaries, in particular the yes side of boundary making, though it started with the no side of things. It started on the no side because I've always enjoyed teaching clients how to say no. No to all the unwanted or painful aspects of their lives. Because in the end, no is not about the painful things, but rather the good things the no protects. The safety and chance to thrive that lies in wait just behind one's ability to say no. To get to the thriving part of life, we have to master the ability to say no. No is a powerful ally. But the revelation I'm talking about, the one that really changed things in my practice, happened during work with one particular client. She'd not been getting her needs met in an intimate relationship, and over time her ability to function was deteriorating in the context of not being seen and loved for who she was. Now, one particular day, while working together, I had a momentary flashback. Maybe it was triggered because she was also losing weight in the process. I don't know. In that moment, I flashed back to a skin and bones, failure to thrive infant I'd encountered in previous work, an infant on the verge of death for lack of the very emotional, physical care that accompanies being seen and loved. And clarity struck. Remove what we need to survive, and death is no less a possibility than if we're actively being flooded with toxins. Death is still death if it comes from too little of what we truly need, or if it comes from too much of what would harm us. Okay, that's a big statement, and it really underlies my whole philosophy of yes. I'm going to repeat it. Death is still death if it comes from too little of what we truly need, or if it comes from too much of what would harm us. In that moment, I realized that saying yes to what's needed is as vital as saying no to harm. The urgency and legitimacy we've come to accept relative to our no applies just as equally to our yes. Women choosing to say yes to themselves is not only a valid exercise, it can actually be a matter of survival. I share this experience at the start of our work building yes-no confidence because I want you to know how seriously I take the matter of your yes. Your yes to you is the doorway to a life beyond what you can now imagine. Okay, thank you. That's it for a reading today from Active Authenticity. The book will be out in the next months, and I look forward to sharing a lot of the concepts and skills with you in anticipation of its release. Okay, be back soon. Bye.